Namaskaram. Mahabharatam, Karna Parvam, we are towards the very end. On the 17th day, it was already in the afternoon. That day, Arjuna had killed Vrishasena, son of Karna. That angered and pained Karna very much. At the same time, Krishna persuaded Arjuna to go after Karna and get into a duel with him with the aim of killing him that day without delay. Before we go into that, there is something I want to mention. When we said Arjuna killed Vrishasena, in the Mahabharata war, there are so many repetitions what looks like. The same person killed more than once. Vrishasena's case is one such. I don't know if there are many Vrishasenas, but there is at least 3 times there is mention about Vrishasena being killed. Once by, Bhimasena, and this time by Arjuna. I remember long ago when I read Mahabharata, I had listed the names of the 100 sons of Dhritarashtra in a paper. And in the war, when there is mention about Bhimasena killing such and such, son of Dhritarashtra, I struck off that name. At the end, I was left with a list which had many who were not killed and many who were struck off more than once. That is unfortunate. Anyway, that is the truth. So, on Krishna's persuasion, Arjuna went after Karna. It is said that when Arjuna's chariot went towards Karna, the gods collected in heaven to watch what would be the most spectacular war, duel in Mahabharata. And of course, among the gods, it is said there was a division. Those who supported Karna, who were on the sun's, Surya's side, and those who supported Arjuna, who were on the Indra's side. And it says that the Asuras were on Karna's side. So they started watching after keeping sides. Yeah, one thing also I want to mention, Karna's attitude to Pandavas. He knew right from the beginning that he was the son of Kunti, but his stand was that Kunti abandoned him, and it was Duryodhana who gave him all what he needed, the wealth and prestige, after installing him as the king of Anga Raja. So his indebtedness was to Duryodhana. But Kunti had approached Karna and told him that you are my son and you join Pandavas. Karna said, I knew that already, but because of these reasons I cannot. And he promised that in the war I shall go only after Arjuna. I shall try and kill Arjuna, and I will not kill. I promise you that your other sons will not be killed by me. So in either case, with Arjuna living and Karna dying, she will be left with 5 sons, and the other way, Arjuna dying, Karna living, still she will be left with 5 sons. That was Karna's. And in the war, when there was an encounter by Karna with any Pandava other than Arjuna, he was the eldest born. He had a soft corner as though to a younger brother. He would fight and defeat, but then let him go, scot-free, sometimes making sarcastic remarks that you learn to fight properly and then come, something like that. That is Karna's attitude to Arjuna and others. And Ashwatthama, after his father's death, though he was very angry, that day, on the 17th day, Ashwatthama went to Duryodhana and said that it is time that you give up this enemy, end the enmity with Pandavas and give up this war, go into peace with them. I am sure they will accept if you approach them properly. And then you will be the king with the Pandavas because you are the eldest born, and the Pandavas helping you to rule. And then the whole world will be under you. What a glory, you should think about it. But Duryodhana said, look, it is too late now. You have seen the way Bhimasena killed Dushasana, like a demon, not like a human being. And not only that, he pulled off his limbs and drank his blood like a demon, like a Rakshasa. And he turned to me with burning eyes and told me that I will be his next prey. So after that I cannot go into peace. And I don't think the Pandavas will accept the peace offer because of the innumerous injustices I have done to them. They will not easily forget that. So I don't think there is a chance for peace. And anyway, Arjuna went to Karna and the two started fighting. They started exchanging divine weapons like Agnyastra and their counter weapons like Varunastra against Agnyastra and Vayavyastra when somebody turned the whole battlefield dark with arrows. So this went on for a long while. Whole world was watching this. And then the crucial moment came when Karna's, the wheels of Karna's chariot stuck in mud in the ground. It went deep into the mud. And see, it is important in war for mobility. If someone's arrows are coming fast, the charioteer has to move the chariot in one direction or the other. You may have to retreat and then go forward. These are all maneuvers that are part of battle, and if the battle wheels are stuck, then the warrior is somewhat helpless. And Karna, when he realized what happened, of course he must have remembered also the curse. Karna appealed to Arjuna. Arjuna, you are someone who fights war in the righteous way, according to dharma principle. And Karna listed the many instances where war shouldn't continue, where the other person should be given chance to get over the difficulty. So Karna asked Arjuna, Arjuna, please wait. Let me lift this wheel. Wait until then. Without waiting for a reply, he got down. And when Krishna heard this, Krishna asked Karna, where was your sense of righteousness when Krishna listed all those instances when Karna was part of the heinous deeds, the injustices Duryodhana inflicted on Pandavas. He tried to kill Bhima on many instances. He tried to destroy all the Pandavas in that house of wax. He cheated the Pandavas in the game of dice and sent them to forest for 13 years. And when they came back, after honoring that, Duryodhana refused to part with their rightful share of the kingdom. So Krishna reminded Karna, you were part of all this. What was your sense of righteousness then? So Karna hung his head in shame, but tried to pull the wheel up. Arjuna was waiting for him to come up, but Krishna said, no, Arjuna, don't wait for him. Send an arrow immediately, finishing him immediately. Insisted, though Arjuna hesitated. And Arjuna sent an arrow and chopped Karna's head off his body. And that was the end of Karna, who was we can't say he was better than Bhishma or and Drona, but definitely he was considered the best among the rest. And when Karna's body fell on the ground, smeared all over with blood, there is a beautiful simile. Whether it is simile or some other metaphor, I don't know. My English isn't good enough. Probably in some Sanskrit and Malayalam, it is what is called Ulpreksha. And what it says is that the sun was already about to set and the sun's rays were already red in color. So it says the sun on its journey to the Western Sea saw the dead body of his son Karna, so embraced it with his hands and with the blood from the body smeared all over his body, he was all red with blood. So it is the setting sun looked as though it came after embracing the dead body of Karna. I had quoted this in when I wrote the blog on Mahabharata quite a while ago, maybe 10 years ago. And I got good comments for that, appreciating that, not because I wrote it, appreciating that in Mahabharata. And after Karna's fall, the Kaurava army got scattered. Nobody could hold them back. And Shalya went to Duryodhana and reported what happened. He described the severity, intensity of the war, but didn't speak about the wheel getting stuck and Arjuna killing him in that condition. That is not said in Mahabharata. And it is said after that the whole nature got into remorse, like rivers flowed gently and not in the usual speed. There was no wind like that. He said that the whole world was in remorse. After this, Arjuna and Krishna went back to the tent because the battle stopped. Went back to the tent, and on the way, Krishna blew on his Panchajanyam and Arjuna blew Devadattam as their heralding their victory. And when they went and reported this to Yudhishthira, he was very pleased and relieved. He said, I can sleep peacefully this night. And from this night onwards. And that is the end of the Karna Vadha, that is of killing of Karna, and then end of Karna Parva. And next we go into Shalya Parva, because Shalya would be made the commander-in-chief. Today we stop. Namaskaram.